brand new 2023 guide, how do you farm dragon stones in Dokkan Battle. Now you guys might be thinking, I'm going to start with the quests, and that would be a reasonable place to start, but that's not where I'm going to start. And first it is time for the subscriber challenge. Now I want you guys to either pick heads or tails. If you win then you win, but if you lose then you lose, and if you lose you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. So pick right now, 3, 2, 1, go. What's it going to be? It's going to be heads. So if you pick tails then you lose, and if you lose you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. Where I'm going to start is with the missions, and there's a reason for that. So I would want you guys to go to missions and then go to daily, and then make sure you do these daily events every single day, because if you miss this even one day, those stones that you could have got are completely gone. You can never get them ever again, because it's going to be a brand new day and brand new stones. And then you go to event, and then what I want you guys to do is look for the missions that have the least amount of time left and then complete those missions, because again, once this time ends, those stones that you could have got from these missions are completely gone and they will never return. We'll get new missions that we can do, but if you miss the timing for these ones, then you have missed those stones. So that's why I'm saying these are the ones that you have to start with. Complete all of these missions, daily and event, because they are time bound, they are time specific. If you miss them, you can never get them ever again. Like I said, there'll be new missions that you can do, but these ones will be gone forever. So that is what you want to start with. The second thing is that you want to make sure you log in every single day, not only for the daily missions, but also for the login bonus. So for the login bonus, minimum you'll get a 1 stone, and sometimes they'll give you more. You want to make sure that you are logging in every single day, and then also do the daily missions every single day. And once you get those stones, we can move on to the next part. The next thing I will discuss, this is more so for beginners, but what I would say is make sure you complete all of the story. Recently they've added new stages. I've not completed it yet because I've been quite lazy. I've been link leveling, I've been doing other things in Dokkan. I've not really completed this story yet, but I'll get on it, don't worry about that. But for now, the quest is one really easy place where you can get a lot of free dragon stones. So make sure you complete all of these stages. One thing that I do want to mention to make it easier for you guys is that let's say you want to do area 17, let's say stage 8. You want to do the hardest difficulty that you can do, because if you can complete that, the 2 easier difficulties will complete automatically and you will get 3 dragon stones for completing 1 stage. That is a very good deal, and you can grind those stones very fast. The reason why you want to do the quests on the more difficult difficulty is because on the higher difficulty you get more XP, which will allow you to rank up faster, and you get quite a lot of dragon stones as you rank up until rank 500. I do want to quickly mention though, before we continue, that you do not want to waste your precious dragon stones. In this game, in Dokkan, your most precious resource is dragon stones. My boys! Don't waste dragon stones, my boys. Do not waste dragon stones. Only summon on the banners that are worth your stones. As a matter of fact, I've got another video that you could say is a part 1 or part 2 to this, where I talk about saving stones and what you should save stones for throughout the entire year. So make sure you don't waste stones on useless banners. For example, if we go here, this freezer banner, I've not even touched the discounts. I've not even touched them. And I've got a lot of stones, as you can see right there. I've got over 2,000. And I have not even touched these discounts. And nor am I going to. I am not going to touch this banner whatsoever. It's a terrible banner. I am not summoning on it. Furthermore, the upcoming Kid Goku banner, I'm also going to skip that. Even if there's discounts, I'm pretty certain in saying that I'm going to skip the Kid Goku banner even if there's discounts, because those banners are terrible. If they want me to summon there, they'll have to give discounts and they will have to change the banners dramatically to make it worth it, in my opinion. But if you're a new player, the step up banner over here is probably worth it. For me, I'm more of a veteran player and therefore it's not really worth it for me. But if you're a brand new player trying to get into the game, this banner will definitely be worth it for you to build up your account to get into the game properly, to beat some of the more difficult content. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to say is the Dragon Ball story. The next thing is the Dragon Ball story section. So if we go to the top over there, you want to make sure you go through all of these and you complete every single event in this, every single stage, and get all the stones that you can grab. Complete all the missions, complete all of the stages, and get all of the free stones from here or from there now. Chain Battle is not the best place to get stones. See what missions you can do If you can't do them, then don't worry about this one, but complete any missions that you can and get as many stones from here as you can. Don't worry too much about this, especially if you're new, because this will be a bit more difficult, especially this brand new one. This brand new chain battle is extremely pay to win. I don't have a single Piccolo, so for me, I'm gonna struggle with this one. I can show you guys right here that I ended up using Vegito Blue as my connector, and the Gohan and Piccolo as my attacker. So I got quite lucky with the setups over here. The boy Toon Rami came through with the extreme setup, and Wolf Alpha came through with the super setup, and that allowed me to get up to 3%, the top 3%, which I probably will get kicked out of that, so hopefully I can get a higher score. But the point of this though is that you want to complete as many of these missions as you can to get as many stones as you can, but don't worry too much about this because this is way more difficult than the other ways we've talked about and that we are going to talk about. Furthermore, what you would also want to do when the world tournament is available, you would want to complete all the missions that you can and get as many stones from there as you can. Also Ultimate Clash. Ultimate Clash will be quite difficult if you're a new player, but if you can complete it, then you should every single month, because there is a decent amount of free stones that you can get from there. But again, if you are new, then don't worry too much about that. Also, even if you are new, complete as many of the stages as you can, so get some stones at least, even if you can't get all of them. That is still worth it. One thing that every single player can do is if you go to Patan Battle, when it's available, so in Patan Battle, there are some stones available. Not a lot, to be fair, but there are some. So when it is available, complete as many of those missions as you can for Patan Battle. Next we'll go to the event section, and here, the easiest way here to get stones is go through every single story stage and complete every single one of them. And there is a lot of stones up for grabs. So complete every single one of these and you'll get a decent amount of stones from here. And then also if you go to growth, if you look at this stage over here, if we click it, we have missions here. So I've got a lot of stones that I can still get from here. I need to complete it 1,000 times and you can only do it once a day. So make sure you do this every day and eventually you'll get stones from here as well. So personally, I need to complete it 69 more times lol, and then I'll get my 5 stones from there. And then after that, I'll have to beat it 100 more times, and then I'll get 5 more stones, and then so on and so forth. So make sure you do this stage every single day. Complete all of the story stages, because even for new players, this is definitely worth it. Because even for new players, this will be easy enough. And then go to challenge. You want to complete all of the Dokkan Fests, because even if you're a new player, these will be relatively easy. And the reason I say that is because you can make a free-to-play team. Even if you can't beat it right now, you can make a free-to-play team with the Ginyu team or with the team Bardock. And then with those teams, you can easily beat every single one of these Dokkan events. And like I said, you want to do it on the harder difficulty, because then that will auto-clear the easier difficulty. And then you'll get 2 stones per Dokkan event. And once you have a team to beat a Dokkan event, you can go to Boss Rush and then clear all of these stages. And there's a lot of stones up for grabs here. I mean a lot. For every single one, you can get like more than 30 stones. Like for every single individual one for beating these. This is very easy. And there's a lot of stones up for grabs, so even if you're new, this will be easy enough to complete. Furthermore, you want to complete all the missions for the Fighting Legend Goku events, for the GT events, for the Vegeta events. Complete as many of them as you can. Of course, they are a bit more difficult, so if you are new, you won't really be able to do that. But once you can, after you build up your account for a bit, then beat as many of these as you can and you'll get a lot of missions. Same thing for SBR. When you're starting off, you won't be able to beat it. For example, in Extreme SBR, that is way too difficult if you're new. If you're a more veteran player, complete as many of these as you can and you'll get a lot of free stones. So I want you guys to go through the growth tab and see whatever stones you've got available here. And then you can build up stones pretty fast from here as well. And then we've got the Z battles, the Extreme Z Awakenings. There's a lot of stones up for grabs here. 30 stones per Easy A. Of course, this will be more difficult if you're a new player. But again, if you are more of a veteran player, you can get a lot of stones from here pretty easily. But of course, your account will have to be built up a little bit first. But if you have the units to beat each Easy A event, then you can build up stones pretty fast from here as well. But I think the easiest thing is the missions, the login, the quests, and the story events. Those are like the easier things. I will say that obviously you can buy Dragon Stones, and the only reason I bring this up is because I highly discourage people from spending on this game. As you can see here, I've not bought a single pack, even from the discounts. I don't recommend that you guys do that either. I will caveat that by saying that I have bought the daily capsule where I spend £9 for the month and then I get 100 stones, but I don't recommend that you guys do that either, because you'd rather just stay free to play, and that is the way forward. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you failed the challenge, because that is the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment on the video, because those things do help with the algorithm, so that more people can see the video, so that we can grow even faster. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.